Hello everyone, my name is Jorlinis Rojas and today I'm going to talk about literary translation. Today I have chosen a beautiful poem from a well-known British novelist. Jane Austen was a prominent British novelist who lived during the Georgian era. Some of her famous work have been adapted into movies. Famous movies like Pride and Prejudice, which is a well-known novelist. This well-known novelist wrote also beautiful poems, like the one that we are going to analyze today. I have chosen two paragraphs, and what are we going to do? First, we're going to analyze the poem. Second, we are going to look for the translation techniques, and finally, we're going to try to explain them. These are the most common translation techniques that I have found. So I'm going to try to look for them in the two paragraphs that I'm going to analyze. Let's start. My dearest Frank, I wish you joy. In Spanish, it would be Mi querido Frank, te deseo alegría. This is literal translation. We saw that every word is translated like my dearest Frank, mi querido Frank, I wish you joy, te deseo alegría. Every word is translated, so that's what we said, that is literal translation. It's the same case in the second and the third line. We can see in the fourth line there is also literal translation compared with that of Mary Jane. Comparado con el de Mary Jane. Compared, comparado with that con el de Mary Jane. It's the same. Then we have modulation. Here, may he a growing bliss improve, que una creciente bendición reciba. Modulation is about changing the form of the text by introducing a semantic change or a perspective. That's what we saw reflected here, and also in the seventh line where it says, and though with arts and nature's God, dotado del arte de la naturaleza. Find amplification. In this sentence, otro Francis William Lobé. Amplification is a translation technique that is used to add new linguistic elements in the target text. In the English version, it says William C. And in Spanish, it says William Lobé. So the word lo is added here. In the first line of the second paragraph, we can find transposition. Here, the infant days may he inherit. Tus días de infante pueden heredar. The transposition is reflected here when the infant days, tus días de infante. Transposition involves moving from another grammatical category to another without altering the meaning of the text. It's the same, but they are changing these words in this place. We can see in line 4 another literal translation, to weaken the resemblance. Para debilitar el parecido. To weaken, para debilitar is exactly the same in Spanish. The resemblance, el parecido. Exactly the same, word by word. And in the line 5, we can find adaptation. Adaptation, also called cultural substitution or cultural equivalent, is a cultural element. We replace the original text with the one that is better or that is better suited to the culture of the target language. So here we find, may he revive the nursery sign. Puede él revivir el pecado de su infancia. This word nursery in Spanish will be more than infancia, guardería, but we adapted to look for the sense in English. Here in line 6, we find peeping assuringly within, mirando tan atrevidamente dentro. Here the modulation is reflected in this word that consists of changing or introducing a semantic chain in as and tan. These two words that are completely different and change it here to modulate the word. Then in the line 8 we find equivalence. Equivalence, this is a translation technique which uses a completely different expression to transmit the same reality, the same idea. Throughout this technique we can see here, for example, with bet may be not come by. Con apuesta a ser mi llegado a ser. This is a completely different idea, but it's the same meaning. We also find in the line 9, fearless of danger, brave in pain. That's literally translation, because here we translate fearless of danger, sin miedo al peligro, which is the same. braving pain, desafiando al dolor. This is the same in English, braving pain, and the same in Spanish. Finally, we find in the line 10, and threatened very often vain, y amenazado muy a venir en vano. The adaptation is reflected here because the main idea is to transmit the idea of the message, not how the words are making it up. Well, it has been all the explanation of the translation techniques. Here I add some reference, and that's it. Thanks for your attention.